from the various subsectors of information technology. These men and women share a common objective: to make a mark in the Nigerian economy by replicating America's Silicon Valley and India's Bangalore success story in Nigeria. These are the two world's most notable IT innovation and knowledge clusters. Facilitated by the Information Technology Industry Association of Nigeria, ITAN for short, the group, commonly referred to as techpreneurs, are drawn from hardware manufacture, software development, IT capacity building, and services including training. To achieve their aim for Nigeria, they are playing host to NASSCOM, their counterpart from India, in a business platform tagged ITAN CEO NASSCOM Business Forum.
We want them to be able to connect and partner and create joint ventures and arrangements with the delegates that can come. Our own intention is to empower them and then make sure in this regard we can't eliminate, at least in our own sector, empower the companies back and reduce unemployment.
Just about less than a decade ago, Nigeria had about 6 local original equipment manufacturers, commonly known as OEMs. Today, that figure has reduced significantly, with the remaining gasping for breath. The major market share has long been taken by the foreign brands, leaving just about 30% to the local brands. In the software arm, developers are groaning under the heavy weight of foreign brands like Microsoft, Infosys, IBM, and the likes. A recent report by the National Office for Technology Acquisition Program, NOTAP, says that over 90% of software consumed in the country are imported. This Nigeria software practitioners say is a major cog in the wheels of indigenous IT companies.
Information Technology Industry Association of Nigeria, ITAN, is actually creating a platform where NASSCOM, the IT body for India, can actually have the opportunity of meeting with entrepreneurs, IT service, entrepreneurs in Nigeria, for them to be able to, create partnerships, of course, work as a global workforce across the globe.
Extending an arm of fellowship to the National Association of Software and Services Companies of India could be a way of solving some of the problems facing the Nigerian IT entrepreneurs.
The Indians are certainly a lot more advanced than we are, learning their technologies, learning also how they've been able to increase from a capacity standpoint, which is probably one of the challenges a lot of Nigerian organizations face, how they can build their organizations from a capacity standpoint. So learning how they've been able to do that and grow their businesses.
At the same time, others say, if not properly managed, could be counterproductive. According to NASSCOM, for any economy to grow its technology base, knowledge, innovation, capacity and infrastructure is required, and these are readily available in India.
This industry is very young. 20 years back, we were less than $100 million. Today we have touched $100 billion. And this largely happened because we had highly skilled people and we treated world as the market. This industry was carved out by us. It wasn't available. And I think today we have almost 57% market share globally in terms of IT and BPO outsourcing.
Although the Nigerian government, through the Ministry of Communication Technology, at the event reassured the IT companies that government is developing a regulatory framework that will offer support for rights and privileges of indigenous IT enterprises.